Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of HBM Mod live streams. Today, I'm back. I'm back right now. Get right to this. We left off with this. What were we doing? Select stream, refresh, bro. Let's get a photo for the stream cover, by the way. We need another coker unit to make diesel into coke. But otherwise, we are making some good progress today. Well, earlier we made some good progress. Just gonna do the thumbnail real quick. Thumbnail. Edit the thumbnail. Screenshots. Open. I'm gonna see my analytics for this. Okay, we're back. Let's go back to this. Get back to doing stuff. I don't know if we're gonna continue working on that or not. We're gonna probably might take a little break from that to work on other stuff in the base. Okay, I need... Hello, hello. I need to make a coker unit. So we're gonna need to head over to here, sleep. And then we're gonna need to get some stuff for coker unit. We're just gonna type in coker unit so that way we can remember what we're doing. Coker unit. Okay, so we need a third coker unit, which is gonna be pretty much steel. Steel, steel, steel. Look at this, each of them costs 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 total pieces of steel to this guy. He should be able to handle that right now. Give him a second. We're gonna look at the next step, 16 pieces of iron. Looks like we got a lot of copper. A lot more than I need. Just ridiculous. We should have rubber. No, we don't. What's the problem? What's the holdup? I know exactly what the holdup is. We don't have any oil. So I'm gonna go grab oil then. Then we'll come back. Oil. Let's go out and grab some. Chow. Oh wait, that's not where you put oil in. Crude oil go here. Bro. What am I doing? What am I doing, bro? There we go. Cooking the oil. Look at it go. Coker oil, coker gas, Coca-Cola. Bro, we're cooking it up in here, bro. Hello. You know, I don't recognize half of your usernames, but I welcome you all here, so yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. It's been pretty rough lately, so I don't really want to talk too much about that. I just want to play some HBM mod. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is play HBM around right now. That's all I want. It's just kind of been rough. So with this, I should be able to set up another one of these coker units if we can get some rubber cooking. Which we do. Should be able to install the coker unit right over there in that exact position as I intend to do so. Weld these. What else is on the list? 8. And then obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we should have 2 of these. Boom. Where's my cast steel plates? Welded steel plates. Here we go. So what are you all up to today? What are you? Just tell me something, so I have something to talk about. Yes, we've been running copper. Literally malachite production, and I could still go get more of it, but is there even a point at that point? Fluid heater. 400 maybe? Yeah. Just a lot. Just a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stack, or 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're gonna make a fluid heater for the, because I run everything off, all the coal stuff off of, or all that off of coal gasoline. Which we need to get more coal powder so I can keep it running on coal gasoline. The problem with this setup is that it really just runs off of coal gasoline for every single part of it. I'm gonna probably tear down this whole structure in the middle too. I don't like this. I don't like this structure anymore. I built it. Don't like it. I'm gonna tear it down. Okay, we're gonna tear this down out of the middle. Rebuild the entire thing. Not even. We're just tearing this down. Let's get rid of it. It's making me upset. It shouldn't be there. It's not HBM. Why? I don't know. It just feels out of place. Didn't feel right. It looked okay, but I don't like the way it looks. Like, I like how parts of it look, but I don't like how it looks in the build. It doesn't belong. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be... It works, but it's supposed to not be here. We'll see how I figure this out later, but we'll eventually have something that goes there. It just doesn't belong. Like, I had the idea in my head. I just didn't have the idea on paper. I didn't have the idea in practice. So I don't... I mean, like, we definitely need something to climb around in the center of it. Guys, we're not able to go through the base. Alright, let's dump off all of this garbage. We're going to set up the coker unit next. And we're going to drop off all of this. We don't need to have that on us. By the way, none of my oil is for energy production. It's all for the sole purpose of ore production. It's literally an ore production line for me. At least this part of the oil is. Future oil setups are going to be energy focused. We might run the entire playthrough off of oil. Who knows how that's gonna go? Probably bad if I try that. Anyway, let's get back to titanium simulator. I need some more titanium, guys. Guys, we don't have enough titanium. Houston's, we have problems. Oh, we were out of titaniums. Crazy. Hello. Did I tell you all about my boots that I turned into shoes? See, I have a pair of boots that I sewed into shoes. Cut off the ankle, sewed it into shoes, and they're actually not bad shoes. They look like dress shoes, but a little more tactical. Tactical dress shoes, bro. And less glossy, like rough, really rough work dress shoes from like ye olden days of boots. Like, they look like cursed shoes. They're made of coyote brown leather. Okay, guys. Let's make steel pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 8. Why cursed? They don't have the same contour as a regular running shoe, but they look a lot like they look like footwear. They look like boots, but it's literally just the ankle is cut off, and I just sewed on a little piece of fabric around it to make it look like it's one piece. It's organic. I'd have to show you an image for you to understand, like a comparison between an original boot and then one of the actual shoes that I made, the boot shoe. Honestly, what I need is more like a leather sock for like stealth, but like have foot protection at the same time. A leather sock. That's what I need. A boot, a sock made out of boot material. A moccasin. A stealth shoe, if you will. Coal gasoline. Alright, now that we have coal gasoline, let's set up diesel. Set it for regular diesel. They'll make coke or naphtha, by the way. Which, surprisingly, is something we don't really have a processing line for yet. Just like all of the other things. Look, we have coke or gas. We have coke or naphtha. And also, coke or oil. We have all three of them to deal with. You know how much that's gonna suck? How many more machines you need instead of, oh, it's all coke or oil. We have 3 different ones. 3 different ones. Okay. Enough dramaticism. Let's get back to cooking. We're grilling here, bruh. Or we're planning to be grilling. Get grilled. That's what we're gonna do. Alright. We're gonna dig a pipeline to here. Okay. We're gonna dig under here. Boom, 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 boom. Take some dirt, place it there. Put some pipe right there. Dirt, dirt, pipe, pipe. It's the pipe dirt song. Bruh. Ah! I need more iron, not copper. Well, it looks like we're gonna have so much copper we can build an entire house from copper. Need more hematite, bro. Hematite. Pipe. Pipe! It's a pipe! Since when are these exhaust ducts, bro? They should be exhaust pipes. Beep, beep, beep. Turn on the coal gasoline burner. Gasoline fettuccine. Alright. Diesel. It's being piped in perfectly. Then we could just have everything output from here into like some kind of well, central area here, I guess. A central storage area is gonna be for producing steel is gonna be over there, I believe. That'd be general purpose steel. But this is pretty much the end point for everything. Then the only problem with that is finding out how we're going to reprocess all of this. Without water and trees, you need an infinite water barrel, but if you have ice, then that beats the fact that you don't have water. So let's say you have ice, you already have water at that point. So if you don't have ice, then you're limited to not be able to beat the game. If you don't have trees, you just need a mine shaft or a village, because they have stuff on them. Or if you find a different structure that has saplings in a chest, you can do it that way. It's super flat. You can literally play HBM on a super flat almost. The only thing that stops you is I forgot what it was, but it stopped me from actually playing. I got to the point where I was building machines and stuff. So I think it's probably something like really obscure that I wouldn't think about. Maybe something for the arc furnace to get silicon. Yes, I'm aware. I am aware. It's okay. No, I'm sorry. So we're gonna need to figure out how to take care of all the stuff from those, right? We have coker gas, which is the easiest one, because coker gas literally can just go. Oh wait, what? Ah! I have to die. What is this stupidness? Look at this. No. No. We're not making that, guys. That's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb, I tell ya. Coker gas is made into aromatic hydrocarbons and carbon dioxide, or used to make weapon steel in a rotary furnace, or used in the pyrolysis oven. So you're limited here to fractioning for that. But both of this is all stuff I don't need. Aromatic hydrocarbons are pretty useless. How much would it provide if I ran it through? That is flammable, fuel grade gaseous. Yeah, this provides a little more thermal energy, but is overall not as good. So we're probably going to run flare stacks for that. This is the way to go. So trust me as I make this thing. It's going to be amazing. Alright, so we're going to need 12 steel. 1, 2, 12. Iron. We need 12. One, two, three, four, five, 6. One, 2. And then we're good on all of that. Why take from there when you could take from the other? Yeah, I love that. I love that. I actually love that. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's a great feature right there. Oh, hey, I didn't need to do that. Oops. But hey, it's okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How many do I need? 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I need 24 total. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Start making these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I need? I need 4, right? 1, 2, 3. And then we just need to, let's do this. So I just need 5 more of those, and then we're good. Okay, 5 more should be done pretty fast. 1, we just need 1 more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, everything is good. We should be able to make all of those now. Let's begin constructing what we need. So we need 8 pipes of the small variety and 4 of these big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 of those. And then it's all in the thermal electric elements. So those are really annoying to make, but not anymore. They used to be a lot more annoying. They used to be like the worst thing to make ever. I think I want to set up a gaseous oil setup at some point to make energy, but it's not gonna happen for a while. I say that like I know it's not gonna happen for a while, but there's a guaranteed chance that it will happen. Vein miner plus fortune, guys. Vein miner plus fortune. Alright, we're in the nether. Find what we're looking for. Without natural... Well, if you have structures, then you can get them easily. But other than that, I think aluminum for the fire bricks was the thing that held me back from actually beating HBM on a super flat. Or actually getting to the point where I'm able to beat it. Like, you can watch my HBM super flat world. Why am I in the nether? To get quartz. It's a good question. To get quartz. You know, in the previous playthrough, the nether was so bad. The nether was so absolutely garbage. We couldn't even go to the nether, like, without, like, potentially falling into lava. Oh, hey, by the way, we need to grab some of these. I wish there was a little more to the nether, though. Like, the nether's got, like, its value, but not really more than it would have in vanilla. Like, yeah, you have to go here to get some coal, but, like, I feel like there needs to be more to it. I should have brought the machine gun. Bro, we should have brought the machine gun to the nether. Like, what are we doing? Let's get out of the nether. Who sent me the message? Who sent me the message, bro? Bro. Oh. Alright, we're gonna shred up these for coal and process all of that into powder. Yes, we have a machine gun. Of course we have a machine gun. We should have brought the machine gun to the nether. That's what we need. We'll keep all the gases away. You know, what's really stupid about it is that we have so much ammo for it, yet... Like, that thing goes through ammo so fast, and we don't need to use it like that. We don't need to chew through ammo. Like, it's not like we're, like, actually trying to suppress a target. We don't need to use a machine gun for every single thing. We need to be, like, using, like, a rifle. Something more precise. What if there's any 22? Wonder what it takes to make an assault rifle. Look at this. You have an assault rifle? Boom. You can make one. Now, the thing with the assault rifle is that we're going to need weapon steel. Which means we need the coker gas, but I'm gonna burn all the coker gas. If I mean, we could set up a weapon steel mill. We'll probably get one of these at some point. Okay, it's just probably gonna happen through natural circumstances. So Alright, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Now, do I need my stuff to be as a powder? Flare. So look at this, the flare needs 3 of those. Right, so the flare needs 3 of these. It needs powder of these. Alright, let's cook up some coal. And we're going to be moving towards getting a more advanced setup for this, by the way. One of the things we're going to be doing to make that happen will involve the engine lubricant. We're going to use that to make a electric piston or electric press to start turning all of our coal into briquettes. Then we can run it through here, get even more oil, because we only have 1 oil deposit within a nearby radius. So we'll see how much stuff we're producing right now. We should be churning out quite a bit. Yep, as you can see, this guy's finally getting coal gasoline now. Not enough. Not enough at all. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a common theme with these, is that they don't have enough coal gasoline to keep up. At least to start off. Like, look how much diesel's in there. Alright, let's make the other stuff. So we should have red copper wires in these boxes. Like, one of them has red copper wire for sure. 1. I got 1 red copper wire. We should have multiple boxes with just pieces of this. If not, I would be surprised. Like, there's guaranteed to be some red copper wire in at least 1 box. What is this gonna power? This doesn't power anything. This just produces like raw materials. So obviously, I'll go through and show you what exactly I'm trying to produce, since that's the easiest way for me to explain. It actually works pretty linear from the start. So we have 2 refineries that run 2 different substances, because I can produce regular oil from my cracked oil line. So I do that. So I get like a little bit of oil and a lot of cracked oil running through here, which allows me to produce both dash and rubber, which is the cracked oil that's used for that. Cracked light oil is going to hold us back though, because we actually need to set up another cracking tower for that, which is something I need to do. I forgot about that even. Or we could just run it as jet fuel, but we need the flare stack, because the flare stack allows me to take kerosene, or like crack kerosene into petroleum gas. I could run that, or I could run unsaturated, or I could run a variety of different things. I want to experiment with that, obviously, because you can do a lot with this flare stack machine we're about to build. One thing that I do also want, besides that, is gonna be the petroleum coke. So we can, or actually, aromatic hydrocarbons. That one's used for rubber, right? So you need, no, not for rubber, for bakelite, right? We need aromatic hydrocarbons and petroleum gas. And so if you crack kerosene into petroleum gas, that's the way to go for making extra petroleum gas that we need. We really need petroleum gas because we're low on that versus the aromatic hydrocarbons we put out. So that's the reason I want to get rid of that. But this specifically, the flare stack is going to be for the entire base. It's going to just output energy into my main buffer, or its own separate buffer for now, because we don't have an energy grid that I'm happy with. So I'm probably going to be fixing that real soon and getting us a universal power grid, reorganizing the machines and things. That's going to be happening pretty soon. Oh, but I need this to make... And I hope that explains and answers all of your potential questions. Well, not all of them, but I would say all. Probably answers at least the majority of questions that you could have. Not that I don't want to answer your questions, it's just... 4 copper plates. Could spot that from a mile away. Somehow I didn't do it. 4 copper plates in there. Boom, go. Execute. This will get rid of my coker gas. We can use the coker gas for gun steel, but I don't really need it that badly for gun steel. Obviously, long term this is going to be used to dispose of that. But in the short term, I'm probably going to have to go with disposing of that through some other method. Just probably going to set this up right here. Just a few blocks away. Nah, let's make a bit of space. Let's like put it off to the side. Alright, and then we should be able to... yeah, we have enough space. This isn't on the chunk border. This would be the chunk border. This is the actual machine. Shift F9. Yeah, it fits all in 4 chunks. And probably is going to extend past four chunks. And we got space over here we can play with. For the kerosene. Kerosene is going to also need to be processed. Something I keep putting off. Alright, we're going to run this into here. Set this to coker gas. For now, I want to put it in a barrel. It's not going to really put out much energy, honestly. But that's a good way of disposing of it. Putting it into energy. We don't even need an energy buffer, probably. It's probably how much it produces. Now, they do have a limited throughput, so if you wanted to run everything into them, I would not try that. I would not even try that, okay? It's not the way to do it. Crack tar. Oh, by the way, this does produce all the tar and stuff you need, too. All the oil products, sulfur, tar. Only thing it doesn't produce is zinc for rubber. Zinc you have to source through other processes. But I should have in here. No, I don't actually have it in there. Well, somewhere I have a barrel. Maybe it's next to the dash. Could have sworn I had a barrel in this setup somewhere. Never mind. You know what? Doesn't matter. Well, I do want to make the steel though. Okay, you know what? We'll grab a barrel somewhere. We'll find a barrel. Just take one of these ones. Can store tons of what I need. Then obviously all of the coke is going to be used in steel. So steel making for that. Ignition flow valve is on. So that means as this guy runs, he's going to output the stuff I need. Alright, I'm going to go do something for a second. I'll be back shortly. Okay? I'll be back shortly. I'll be back shortly. Holy crap. You know, I got something funny to tell you guys. I got something funny for you guys, okay? Something actually funny for you guys. You forgot to turn off the stream? I didn't intend to turn off the stream. I just had to use the restroom. I turned off the music though, I'm sorry. But I got something funny for you guys. My friend gave me something, right? He's gonna need it back soon. He's gonna need it back. You know why? You know why? So he told me he was gonna do something, right? But then it didn't happen. So now he's gonna need the item that he gave me back, which is funny. It's funny because he was like, "Hey man, I won't need this." It turns out he's actually gonna need it. He's actually gonna need it. Man, I won't be this. Turns out he's that. It's crazy. Maybe next time he should be more certain of what he's doing. Oh. HB Greg Nuclear Horizon. Duh. What are we doing? What am I doing? Half the time I forget what I'm doing. My apologies. But we need to get 2 fraction towers, or 2 fraction, yeah, 2 fractions. 2 fractioners, bro. 2 fractioners. So this is gonna be 24 total running through this. Ah. Chemicals. All right. So, we're cooking up this. Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard. Wait, 24. 24 doesn't math. That doesn't math. Wait, it does. It does. You know, I just gotta calm down. It does math. It does definitely math. Oh, you know, I mentioned the machine gun, but I didn't even show you guys. Machine gun. Machine gun. Oh, we need to do weapons maintenance, guys. We need weapons maintenance. Ah, nice. It's fully repaired, guys. Current condition 100. Miniature nuke. Telegram machine, guys. It's actually an amazing part of the mod that is really underrated. This telegram machine. HBMs nuclear telegram machine. Alright, we should have everything we need. We just need, where's it at? Where's it hiding? Hit them when they least expect it. Right in the face. Whoosh! That's what we need. Right here. Right here. Welded steel. Boom. We're fractioning towers, bro. fractioning towers, bro. It's crazy. Alright, so the first fractioning tower is going to take coker naphtha and do some baloney with it. Do some magic. Shift F9, F9. Okay, so we really only have this much space to work with. That means every single item is going to have to go on a conveyor belt above these. We just have to figure out exactly how this is going to go through. Because I'm pretty sure coker naphtha goes through that same process as the other one. Except for that one. That one, well, technically they all can go fractions. Coker naphtha. We'll first figure out what it actually gives you. Cracked naphtha and cracked light oil. Well, that means I have to change how that's going to go through. Means I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to put this through, because that does not work there at all. One single bit. How will we fit this in here? There's like zero space for us. I'm gonna have to fit my heating oil pipe in here somehow. We'll just fit it in above the heating oil. Well, how about that? Heating oil. Okay, never mind. We're not. See, now that we've figured out how to fit this thing in here in a way that makes sense, okay? We're gonna be able to figure out how to put pipes through this, right? We're gonna figure out how to put a pipe to take care of each different material. So we have our cracked naphtha there. Well, wouldn't it make more sense to put it like over here? Alright, if that's the issue, right? I could just stack it on top. It's not going to work out too well. It doesn't really matter where I put it, honestly. We'll figure it out. We're just piping this somewhere. See, the more you attempt to do with the less you have, the less you will produce. So that means if I were to run this to like some new setup, because I'm like, oh yeah, let's try to do more with my oil. Try to do some more with it. Then we're just producing less. It's a thing that's easy to get into doing, because I'm like, oh yeah, I get eyes of gold and I see this new line that I'm like, oh yeah, we could definitely do that with what we currently are running. But that's not gonna work, because if you do that, then you're effectively at 20 liters or 20 milliliters of oil when you need to be at 1,000 milliliters of oil to do that. So when everything collapses, because you've done that the entire time. Coker naphtha to cracked light oil and cracked naphtha, and obviously now I can split those up into the towers. We're going to start off with the wonderful cracked light oil right up into here. Probably into the side here. Boom, cracked light oil into there. And then finally we'll run the other product of cracked diesel into there. Or cracked, what is it, light oil? Yeah, into there. Cracked naphtha. Coker naphtha. Okay, there we go. And obviously, this guy takes that cracked naphtha and turns it into cracked diesel and runs it into there. So if my 6 lines that I have, or my effectively, each of these is going to be intertwined from now on. So like as I run through each of these setups, it's going to just intertwine itself upon itself. Okay, you understand? You understand, man. Now, obviously, we're going to do a point where here's going to be coker oil. Now, how does that work? Coker oil. Well, coker oil gives you cracked oil back as a byproduct, I'm pretty sure. We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, it gives you cracked oil and heating oil, which are like 2 things that are going to be really hard to figure out how I'm going to get them to where they need to go. So obviously, I figure I'm probably going to take... We're going to need a structure. Aren't the pipes for oil supposed to be colorful? I remember. Well, these are iron pipes. I know you're going to... You know. I already know you know. It's okay. We both understand, okay? We're both on the same page here. So, with that, we are going to begin to construct stuff and things. Yeah, it's gonna be wonderful because, like, literally the piping for this needs to go to here. We need to go in through the top of that, which makes things really fun. It's gonna make things really awesome. Awesome sauce, guys. It's gonna be awesome sauce. So jump up here. As you can see, right, we have structures over here. Then we're gonna have to run a pipe up a layer to this. There's really no point in actually doing like anything cool with this. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna leave it like that. Okay, there's no reason to do the HBM special block. Okay. This will work. Okay, so now that we got that figured out, we're gonna go ahead and say coker oil, and then coker oil. I said coker oil. That gives you cracked oil and heating oil, which are your byproducts. Now, obviously, heating oil comes out of one of these already, so I can literally just pipe down to that. Boom, 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 boom. Look how cool that is. Heating oil can go down to here. Now, with that out of the way, I just gotta run cracked oil to where it needs to go. So, like, a lot of oil processing for this is oil reprocessing, because each step of this is going to produce something we've already made in a previous step in some capacity. That's why this is going to be, like, getting 100% out of my oil. The only thing I'm not getting 100% out of is probably if I had to say what is probably not going to give me 100%, it's probably going to be the whatchamacallit. I don't even remember what it's called. It's how much it matters. Shows how much it matters. But that should be reprocessing pretty much completed. And then with reprocessing done, we're going to be moving on to some more boring stuff, like the cracking tower. But, hey, it's not going to be that boring. So, obviously, hold on. Let's stop saying so obviously. Let's start saying something new, like, although I could I'm going to do this. Or... Alright, so we're going to be doing that. No. I need new phrases, guys. We're just going to pipe across here. That's what I'm literally going to do. Pipe to here. Pipe up. Well, actually, I could just pipe down. Literally just pipe down in that. Cracked oil. So there goes the cracked oil recycling. We just have to get one final stage of oil processing, which is going to be another cracking tower. And I hate to see it, because I hate cracking towers, but we're going to need another one. Or dispose of kerosene through some magical method, right? Because kerosene is really annoying right now. Now, what can I do to kerosene? Because I believe you might even be able to crack this through the chemical plant. No, you can't do that in a chemical plant, unfortunately. You can make nitrogen oxide superfuel. Solidification machine, Poly 7. Cracking is the only way to get rid of it. So, that's fun. But it's okay, because cracking's okay. It's not hard to do. It's like the last part of this oil setup, and then I'm free. Free from oil. Until I start a next oil setup. Alright. Well, with that all said, let's figure out how I'm going to do that. Well, no. Just type in cracking tower, okay? Cracking tower will give us everything I need to figure out how to do it. We're going to need to go grab some stuff. Some support beams, okay? Support beams, guys. We need some support beams. Support beams. 24. We're gonna need some more of these. Yawn, dude. Just yawn. 24. Oops. It's okay. We'll fix it. We should have iron powder in the centrifuge. Not sure what I'm doing. Cracking tower done. So are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for the pain of making a new cracking tower, right? Shift F9, F9. It's okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. Alright. What am I doing? This? No, rotate that. Rotate it so it looks like the other one. Ah! Make it look like the rest of them. Said make it look like the rest of them. It's over. It's over. Alright, my holiday is about over. Good luck with the tower and have a nice stream. You too. Have a nice, nice whatever. I don't know what's coming next. Don't know what else you have in your life, bro. I don't know what comes next for you, so stay safe. So this will be low pressure steam. Low pressure steam like so. And then we'll have a regular one for traditional steam. Steam gaming right here, bro. Steam gaming. Yes. I need to figure out where the next steam pipe is. It's crazy, our base used to be right here. Here we go. Alright. It's gonna run right under here. Straight over to the next one. There we go. There's no requirement for this to be any deeper than it has to be. I like to do it like this though, because I don't like having them on the ground. It's weird when they're like buried in the soil. Like I like to have them covered so you can't see them, that they're buried in the soil. That way I don't have to put a grate over them or something weird. Just kind of pops out of the ground. Where you least expect it. Boom. That's gonna be for, this is gonna be for obviously kerosene, so we'll just swap it over to kerosene now. It doesn't output anything other than that, which means I'm gonna have to have an output for petroleum gas as well. This looks like a banger. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? The oil setup. Honestly, I don't even know how many days it would be, so I'm not gonna make a 100 days video on it. I needed a new idea concept for a video. I spent one eternity making oil setup in HBM mod. Okay. What am I doing? We're gonna take kerosene and put it in there somehow. The problem is it's on the opposite side of the refinery. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean by building a pillar. So we can, a pillar of eternity. So I can show you guys. Okay, on the other side is a fractioning tower. That contains all the kerosene. Boom. Breathing completed. So we have to figure out how to get kerosene from one side to the other. Effectively. Effective immediately. Kerosene must be transported from one side to the other side. Okay. So how am I going to get kerosene from here to there? Could pipe it through the ground. That's the answer to every single problem. Oh, guys, let's... I don't know how to move it. Let's just pipe it through the ground. Okay. Sounds like a plan. What are you going to use this for at the end? I don't know. It's just a really effective way of taking coal and turning it into what I want it to be, which is resources. Because you can get resources out of coal. You just have to find the resources. They're right in front of you. They're right in front of you. Like, yes, you can make energy, right? You can definitely make energy. But would you rather have energy or an infinite supply of bakelite? Answer down below. Because this is, you could power this You can power everything from nuclear power. You don't need any oil power at all. Oil power is like garbage. It's useless. But oil byproducts are useful. Yeah, for an empire. I'm John D. Rockefeller about to make a new hit video in Minecraft. We're gonna produce all of the oil 9. Energy is not what I need. Energy can go away. You know what? I'm done using the ground. I'm done piping through the soil. The earth is not going to be piped through any longer. It just gets worse every time I go like, oh yeah, let's get some of this stuff done. We're gonna just pile on like 7 billion pipes. This is spaghetti. We don't need to have spaghetti here. Oh no, I don't believe there's more pipes on Sussy. We've built like 8 billion pipes. We're about to make more. You know, I can actually see how many pipes we've made inside of my statistics. Pizza, pasta, put it in a box, deliver it to times used, times mined, times crafted. Pizza, pasta, put it in a box. Fractioning towers, we have 9 of those. I wonder if it even tracks. I wonder if it even tracks how many pipes we made. 2 coker units? I've made 3 of them, dude. Literally made 3 coker units at this point. This is not accurate. It's not accurate. Times mined, times crafted. General. And we played a good bit of time. Kerosene. It's going straight into here, becoming that. It's becoming petroleum gas. Ooh, yeah. Petroleum gas is going to go to the next step of the process. I probably should make dash into something so I can actually mine dirt fast. It's okay. We can wait. We have all day. It's okay. Petroleum gas will go to here, right? Yes. I feel like the catalytic cracking tower is kind of like the what is it? Advanced refinery or something? It's like one of the refineries in vacuum refinery in supersymmetry. You need that for gallium arsenide or something like that. High purity gallium. PET gas. And boom. It's done. The refinery of all time has completed. This is probably the most complicated oil processing setup in all of HBM nuclear tech mod, but I'll give you a walkthrough of it. Basically, everything gets refined. So now, it's all about figuring out how I can most effectively use this. Well, most effectively get this to run. Have a good sleep, bro. Have a good sleep. That's what you need. Alright, we've figured it out. We've solved every issue. We are now at the end of the road as far as that goes. Gonna clear out my inventory, and we're gonna go to do some stuff. Let's have some fun. For the rest of this stream, I want to work on, like, fun stuff, okay? Which, what do you guys... Well, I already have ideas that are fun. But if you guys have ideas you have that are fun, suggest them. Oh, yeah, we could also put up a chain link fence, by the way. Or start putting up a chain link fence, because that'd be actually a good idea. How do you set up a chain link fence, guys? How do you set up a chain link fence? Oh my gosh. HB Jesus did it. He made it beautiful. He made the most beautiful fences of all time. What is this, like 4 blocks long? Yeah, it is. Then how do I make a door of this? Oh, look at that. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3. It's starting to look like a factory. Yeah, we'll have to reorganize all these machines. Now that you mentioned, I'm not gonna do it because you mentioned it. You know, I'd forgotten that I'm gonna have to reorganize them. We'll just say for next stream, reorganize all the machines. But this is what you're after. This is what you're after, is one of these. A door. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? What? It looks so cool. Oh, it doesn't work on the inside. I think I broke it actually. Hold on, let me put it like this. There we go. Much more accessible. Is that long enough? Oh yeah, that should be long enough. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's long enough. It'll be okay. Actually, it won't. It's not long enough. It's not long enough. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 in between each post, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one's a post. That looks pretty good. Do I have... I might have more. I don't think I do, though. Rather unfortunate that we don't have more. It's okay, though. We need to see if there's targets available. See if there's any targets. Target. There's no targets? What the heck? Well, what am I supposed to shoot at? Why are you in survival mode? What do you mean? Why wouldn't I be in survival mode, bro? Like, what? That makes zero sense. Why would you play HBM in anything but survival? So how the heck does this work? Okay, we're just copying the arch on the other side, right? Okay, looks like we're just gonna be copying that. Dirt. One, two, three. Then goes another 1, 2, 3 on the other side. Okay, then it needs to be a straight section here. And that means, oh my gosh, this is getting closer to completion. Oh my gosh, so close to completion, guys. The moment of all time. You feel like I'm making a massive structure over it? This is next to it. That's a massive structure in and of itself. Like, this is actually huge. Like, if you look at how big this structure is compared to this mountain right here, we're pretty close to the size of that mountain, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I've ever told you guys the story of when I went camping. It was a good story. I think I've told that story like so many times, but I haven't told this part of the story. Is when I arrive in the town. So I arrive in this town, right? And like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of walking down the street to this store that's in the town. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get a ride back. I'm gonna get a ride back, you know. We're gonna go stop at this store so I can get something to eat. Figure out how the heck I'm getting back before I get killed. That's what's gonna happen if I don't get back. I'm gonna get killed. So I go and I figure out what I'm doing. So I'm not trying to get some stupidness added into my life that I don't need. So I go there, go to the town, and the thing I get out of the store is actually, I was like, oh look, ice cream. That's what I needed. I was like, man, I could really use some ice cream right now. And I got the Reese's ice cream or whatever the heck it was. It was some weird ice cream at a weird store called Dollar General, Family Dollar General. And I was just, that's one of the parts of the story I don't really tell in detail, because it's like the rest of the story is so huge compared to that. That part's so tiny where I stop in at the store. I'm waiting outside of the store for hours. Sounds crazy I'm talking about it, but I like to talk about that story. That is my favorite story to tell people, is the camping story. I can write it down and it would make a great book. You know what? I think I'll make books now. I feel like that's a good thing I could do to be productive of my life, is to make books on my stories. And then I can... Would you guys like books of my stories? 'Cause I could tell so many stories for hours. Just let me know and I will start writing my books into stories. And I can make videos to go with them. Tell me I didn't hear it, please. Okay. So the story all starts where I am on a 4-day pass coming out of my OSIT, like basic training stuff. So I had gotten a 4-day pass coming out of that. And usually on a 4-day pass, most people would... Well, my family left before the end of the 4-day pass, so I was on my own. And I was like, okay. So I just got out of the hotel, went out, bought civilian clothes, and I was like, yes. Well, where can I go stay the night? Because it was getting close to nighttime, and I was like, oh, well, there's a park nearby. And I was like, maybe I should go camping. It'll be cheaper. I ended up spending about the same amount I would have spent, but we go out. Well, I go out to this campsite, right? And I didn't even look at the weather. I didn't look at anything. So I'm just out there with literally an assault pack, which is like nothing, barely no capacity for anything. And I just got, I mean, it's got capacity for stuff, but you're not carrying a lot of stuff in that. You're not bringing your house with you. But I'm out there and I go camping. I walk down this trail like 4 miles. It's a great trail. I found like a cactus tree, like a tree with cacti leaves. It was a weird looking tree. It was kind of wet in the riverbed where I was walking, but not super wet. And I was wearing my brand new boots, which I had gotten on pass. Because unlike most other people, I didn't really get new boots. I didn't care to get new boots. I was like, my boots are the best boots, and that is how they will be. And that's how they still are. They are those. The boots I was issued were the best boots, not the ones I bought. The ones I bought were garbage. But I go camping. So I get out to the campsite. Well, even before the campsite, my mistake was realized, by the way. Because the guy at the... What is it called? The shack, or whatever it was. The community visitor center. He was like, I would recommend going camping. I can't stop you, but I wouldn't recommend. I'll call my supervisor and see if it's okay. I go out and I camp anyway. It's because there's a thunderstorm rolling in. There's a thunderstorm. And so everything's going up to the big event, the biggest event. Okay, so we're out 4 miles down the trail at the campsite. I set in and I'm like, oh wow, there's even a shack here, like he said. So I got kind of lucky. But the shack had a hole in the roof, which is going to be kind of important later. Like a little hole, like the size of a bullet, right in the roof. Comes in really important later in the story. But I go to bed at like 17 or like 1800, and it's starting to get dark. And there's fireflies, and it's pretty beautiful. Like, Georgia's a beautiful place, especially if you're like out in nature and you're just like camping in the woods by yourself. and you just see a bunch of fireflies. I was freaking out though, because I was like, man, the bear's gonna come and get me. I'm all by myself. What am I gonna do? I'm all alone. Bear's gonna get me. But really, I'm not afraid of that anymore, because what really got scary about that night was when the rain started, because it started pouring in, like rolling in through all the dirt and stuff into the shack where I was sleeping. That night was really cold too, because it was like in March, so it wasn't still fully out of winter yet. So it was like probably like 40 degrees that night, and I was like, dang. It's not the coldest I've slept in. I've slept in a lot colder, but those are stories for another time. So I'm there. I'm pretty much chilling in the rain. Well, I get woken up by the rain, actually. The rain woke me up. I was like, huh? What the heck? And it's because there was water that started pouring in through that hole in the roof I mentioned earlier. Like the tiniest hole, the most inconspicuously placed hole in the roof. So I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna wait till the rain stops, and we're gonna be going back. We're going back, straight back to the starting point at the... I'm not even gonna go the rest of the 8 miles of the trail. I'm gonna just skip that. I'm gonna take the shorter route. Okay, I'm gonna take the short route and get back to where I need to be. Okay, because it's gonna be dry there. So I wait for my 3 hours inside the shack. I got my flashlight out. I'm scared because I'm alone. But hello. I'm telling the story of when I went camping right now. So I was scared because I was alone, but also like it was dark and I was alone. So you're just with your mind at that point. You're with your mind. Your mind is like, oh man, it's just gonna scare you, man. It's gonna scare you. There could be ghosts. Ghosts. There's no ghost, man. No such thing, bro. I mean, it did get pretty creepy though. It was really creepy. That night was really creepy, honestly, because the ambience of it was just a thunderstorm, lightning coming down constantly. Like it was lit up out there. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start my way back at 3 in the morning. So at 3 a.m. I start to walk. Well, not even walk. I'm kind of running at that point. I was like, not running, but I was going fast. I move a lot faster than most people. We'll say that. So I'm just going at a nice slow jog for me. Just cruising along with all my stuff, and it's still kind of drizzling, but what really is interesting, not weird per se, but interesting, is that the lightning continued even though the rain stopped. So I was still able to see a lot. I even had my light on. I had my headlamp with me because I brought that with me anyway. Just typical me thing to do. Had my headlamp on, and the rain was kind of still there, but not really. I'm going down the trails. I'm still kind of spooked by the ambience because you can barely see anything in front of you. Like, the water in some sections of the trail is so deep that when you're going, you can't even see you can't see your feet in the water. So you can't see even the trail sometimes. I almost got lost because of that. That would have been a really bad time. Getting lost in the dark in a lightning storm, nonetheless, would have been pretty bad. Let's just say that. I probably could have died if that had happened. Well, let's be real. I would have survived it. I just would have been like really annoyed to have gotten lost in the dark. But we're pushing through. Make it to the end. Well, no. Let's go back a bit. So I'm still there. It's raining a little bit. The trails are flooding, as I said. And I'm going down some of the trails, and between some of the campsites, there was this one section where there was automobiles, and there was another area where I thought I had spotted a pair of glowing lights, and I was like, I'm gonna go towards those, because that's where safety is, because I know the building still had its lights on, even in the dark, so I was heading back there. But you know what happens is that the pair of lights jumps back into the woods, and I'd been hearing stuff in the woods that night as I'd been going. While I was going on one of the sections, I heard a massive thud from something like an animal in there, and I was like, oh wow. They just scared me because I was like, bears. Immediately, first thought, bears. Do not want to be eaten alive. But at the same time, I reckon I could probably outrun a bear. I don't think they have the capability to outsmart me or outsprint me. So I feel like I'd probably be able to take a bear in a emergency scenario like that. That night was pretty fun, but what happens next is I get to the, I obviously go through all of that. I make it to one of the first structures I made it to, which was like this lodging area almost. You can't outrun a bear? No, I can outrun a bear. I could easily outrun a bear. Trust me. You don't want to see what happens when you challenge me with something like that. I'll go challenge a bear. I'll go challenge a bear to a race just to prove you wrong, bro. You don't want to do this. It's a game you don't want to play. But let me get back to the story. So, obviously, going through the woods, we make it to the first lodging area. It's in a pretty big open clearing at the top of the cliffs. Because the whole thing is in the bottom of a basin. Do a vlog? That's what I want to do. There is a video of it on my channel. I'm pretty sure it's in the, I don't even remember what section it's in, what playlist I have it in. But there is a video of this entire thing. Now the thing is that if I were to go camping with somebody else, they'd ruin the experience. They would ruin it. They'd be like, oh, but man, I care about my safety. Dude, you're not gonna have fun if you care about your safety. Just do it. Let me see. What else? So the day after that, so I've made it to the community center. I've checked in with the state park people, and I was like, okay, let me get the heck out of here. Can't order the Uber that I used to get out there. So I walk like 7 miles. I'm just walking down this road. I'm like, mind my own business, walking down the road. And finally, I reach the town. I'm walking down the street through the town. I'm going to a store called Family General, Dollar General, right? Like I'd mentioned earlier. And I got ice cream there, pretty much. This is what I got. I was just like, I could use some ice cream. Just grab some ice cream. Buy it. Walk out. Then figure out how the heck I'm getting out of there. I couldn't get out of there. So I had to wait. I was like, maybe I should... I don't know what to do. And some lady comes up to me and I'm like, oh, okay. I ask her to help me get to the base. And that's what happens. I had to hitchhike to get back. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's the entire story. The whole story is based around me hitchhiking. At the end. Well, that is how that story ends. I hitchhike back and everything's all good and dandy. Obviously, the next days are easy. Like, we just clean up stuff. Get things ready to go, and then I go off to do something else. Can't talk about the other thing that I'd go do, because that is something I cannot talk about at this time. Maybe in 6 years I'll be able to talk about it. But at this time, I am not able to discuss any of the details surrounding what I went to do next, specifically. So. But that doesn't stop me from telling some other stories that I can tell. I can tell some more stories for you guys. I'm always down to tell stories. So, you know how I mentioned that I've slept in colder conditions at night? I've slept in about 12 degrees. 12 degrees, yes. That's probably the coldest it was. And, yeah. That was my favorite experience, was sleeping in 12-degree temperatures. Because I didn't use any of the sleeping gear they provide. Because you're issued sleep gear. And I was just like, yeah, it takes much time to get out. I'm just going to sleep in the 12 degrees. So I slept in 12-degree temperatures. And I literally just dealt with that the entire time. So, like, my friends would be like, hey, man, like, they'd be like, whoa. What are you doing? Like, are you insane or something? Like, why don't you have your sleeping bag, dude? I'm just like, I have my sleeping bag. It's my stuff. I'm just not going to use it because it's stupid. It takes too long to take it out. And so I did that for like 5 days during the land nav portion of what I was doing. So I was like, land nav stuff. So for land nav stuff, we pretty much would go out with a couple guys. At first, it was like 4 guys going out, and that was pretty awesome. At one point, I found a stick, and I was like walking around with it as a bazooka. Stop! Found a it looked like a bazooka, so I was carrying it around with me through the woods because for land nav they didn't let us have our M4s on us, mainly because you don't really need it for land nav. So like they were like, you guys can just leave them here at the I don't even know what you call that, but it's pretty much just the central area where you start your land nav at. There's a house there too, like a couple shacks. At each of the land nav sites there, they have a couple shacks usually. But that's the best part of that was you're out there alone by yourselves with your best friends. You're getting stuck in like sea wire and stuff. Like, it's awesome. Because at one point I got sea wire stuck on my boot. I was like walking and there was like a thing of sea wire, and I just kind of caught it on my boot, and it was just kind of stuck there, and my friend had to take it off, and I was like, oh wow, thanks. It was really wet too. So at one point I was walking, and there was rivers, or well, like little creeks, and I was just kind of the mindset of stop, go away. No, this is stupid, stop. I was of the mindset of, I'm just gonna walk through all of the water because I don't want to be like the rest of them. Because they're like, oh man, just use the logs, man. Just use the logs. They're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of idiots. I actually hate that part. That's just stupid. If you're like, if your friends are telling you to use logs, okay, do not listen to them because they're idiots. Just be a man and just walk through the water because you're gonna go way faster. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 12 degrees and you're about to freeze. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. If you want to be fast at land nav, just get used to water. It's gonna be in your way, but that's part of land nav. Is just run through the water. It's not even that hard of an obstacle. Like, the thing with water, though, is that it's deeper than it looks, and it's always going to be that way. No matter what the water is, if you're in a creek, and you put your foot in the creek, usually your foot is going to sink, and the creek is going to look like a puddle, but your foot is going to sink like it's an ocean. So, I stuck my foot in during nighttime, and it went ankle deep, and I realized to myself, oh, this water's a lot deeper than I thought it was. So I pull out my foot, and I just go back over the logs and use the same route, even though it was slower. I don't like to do sketch stuff, so we're not gonna do sketch stuff if I ever have to do that again. If I have to do that again, I'm never doing sketch. Like, oh, let's just use the logs, guys. No. Using the logs is the sketchiest thing you can do, because you don't know if they're rotten. Well, you can know if they're rotten if you put your foot on it, and then you go, oh, it doesn't really have, it feels rotten. You can feel it. You can feel when a log's rotten. But I am not doing sketch stuff as much as I can. Avoid the sketch stuff is what I like to say. See, if you have sketch stuff, that is just stupid, okay? Oh, like, stick my foot on this log. Stick my foot on this log and walk across. You know, it's easier to fall into the water if you're walking on some sketchy log than just going through the water yourself, dude. Once you're waterproof, okay? And how do you get waterproof? By touching water. It's like touching grass. How do you become grass proof? Touch grass, bro. That's what you need to do. So that's what I say about that. Also, my friends got the plague at that point. Like, it was towards the last 2 days that they caught the plague. It was not the real plague, but anytime somebody gets sick, I say they got the plague. No, really, they were just, like, vomiting and crapping to death. But not really dying. So, like, well, actually, a lot of guys went to the hospital. Well, there was some guys who went to the hospital for that. Because they were losing so many fluids in their body that they just could not stay, like, functioning. Like, I almost probably would have failed to that, honestly. Because I had, well, not really failed to it. What happens is it's more like you just pass out from exhaustion. What I had going on was to the point where I was shivering, and it was like just shivering at like hot temperatures, like just shivering violently. And you see that stuff followed my story, followed my path, because later on people would be getting that in a different outbreak at a different place that I was at, and I was like, oh man, what the heck? And it continued to just be a thing. Like, even after I left that place, there was another outbreak of that got my friend again. But it got him in a different way this time. Instead of like everybody getting sick and then it being okay, it was everybody got sick, but then they had to shut down the operations they were doing. But overall, those are some of my favorite stories to talk about. Camping story, all of it. I could go on for hours. About all the dumb things that have gone on in my life. It's my favorite thing to do, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I haven't made any of those stories where I'm currently at. I'm sad about that, because here, the place I'm at right now is the worst place I've ever been. There's no stories to be made. It's just all stupid. Like, yeah, I mean, there's been some good times, but there's so many more bad times than good times here. And I never realized that I loved the place that I thought I hated. The places I thought I've hated have been the best places I've ever been. Except this place is the worst place I've been. This place is genuinely pure torture. So, that's all I can say about where I'm at currently. That's why I'm not necessarily going to be streaming Super Symmetry for a while. Because I need a break from it. Because I need a break from stress and stuff. It's built up and it's just taking me down. Which is It's not even something I can really deal with. I don't even know if I have the resources to deal with my problems here, because it's been following me my whole life. I've just been running from my problems, I would say. And I feel like I need to face my problems now. I've decided to turn and face my problems, and it's going to be a long time before I actually manage to overcome a lot of it. Because, believe it or not, even though I'm able to talk to you guys in these videos, I can't talk to people I know in the real world. I can't talk to people at all. Like, I just can't. I just have that problem. So I like to tell people that because it's helping me. Because it's helping me to clear myself so that way I can finally get to where I need to be. Like, there's a lot of things you get in life, but you get what you make yourself, I feel like. So if I just sit there and don't deal with the fact that, oh, I really have a fear of people. Like, I genuinely am afraid of people in person. Like, yes, I can talk to you guys, but I feel like I've known you guys for like years now. Like, you guys are my close friends, right? Like, I've been making videos for so long that the people in my videos are my best friends. Even though some of you guys just came here yesterday or the day before. So, like, what I'm dealing with in real life is I want to be able to do things that I used to be able to do, but I can't handle the people because there's so many more people in my life. There's so many more people around in the places where I could do the things that I used to be able to do, which made me uncomfortable before anyway. So overcoming those issues is a skill that takes a lot of time to develop. Like, there's a lot of work that I need to do on that, and I don't necessarily know where to start with it, but I started working on that process. And we'll see how it goes, because I don't know how well it's going to turn out, especially for my career, as far as that's concerned. As far as my career is concerned, like, I don't really know if I should be doing what I'm doing for my job right now because of some of the things that have happened because of that. Now, I think I will be able to probably do like a full turnaround. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for that. And I hate to talk about this stuff with you all, but it's helpful for me to do it, so I'm going to do it. And it's helpful that you guys are here for me. So that's why I probably won't have a stable schedule for streams. There will still be a stable schedule of videos for the foreseeable future. So don't worry about those. Until we hit December. Then it's kind of iffy. I need to really try to overcome that fear. But there's other problems that go with that. It's not just that I'm afraid of that. Like, I've developed... Like, I can't listen to certain music anymore, too. Like, I struggle with that. Because if I watch TV... They'll put on advertisements and they'll play music that reminds me of things that I don't want to remember. It's just like memories that I don't want. Just things that, and I don't think it's even related to. But like, one time I was watching a football game today, and the TV played an advertisement, and it had some music that reminded me of a time, and I was just like really sad because of that. Because it reminded me of a good memory, but I just was sad. I did not like that. And there was another song that was playing in one of them. that also did the same thing. And I was just like, it was the exact same memory too. I remember I was on the bus with one of my friends next to me, and I was on the bus, and we were just sitting there, and we were listening to this song. He always liked that song, I think. I don't. It's the song I was hearing wasn't even the one he likes. It was a completely different song, but it just reminded me of him. So it was like really, that really did not feel great, but it's good to talk about it. It's a lot to talk about it. It's a lot. It's draining to do. Draining to do. It's okay though. We gotta talk about it. We have to discuss so I can help myself and help the people around me, okay? Because if I can't help myself, I cannot help the people around me. So I need to do that. But yeah. That was interesting. The worst thing that's happened. The worst thing that's happened. I don't even want to talk about it with you all, because if I talk about it with you all, I don't really want to talk about it with you all. Okay, but I just really don't trust myself anymore, because yesterday I was falling asleep. And when I was falling asleep, like I was sitting down, right? And I was picking up my phone off my desk. I think it's a common problem because I have an issue like this anytime I need to talk to people face to face. You don't understand. Like, I can't do anything anymore. Like, I just can't even go outside. Like, yes, I can go to work, but like, that's the only thing I can do. I can only go to work. It's the only thing. Go to work. And then my friends, they've been trying to help out because of something that happened. So I've just kind of been going with what they do. Well, I think they're my friends, but I don't actually know. I don't really... You see, I think they're trying to help me, but what they're doing is the opposite. It's just making it worse. They're just kind of bringing me over to like their places and stuff, and it doesn't really help me, and they say things to me that don't help me. Like, they're saying the least helpful things, and I think that they think it's being helpful, but really not. So it's, like I said, it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be difficult. It's not gonna be easy. But it's not just when I talk to people face to face, and I used to never even really notice the problem for a while. Like, it went away. So that's what I like to, why I think I've been running from it, or why I would say I have been just running from the issue and not facing it directly. Because what's like, you see, I kind of like decided to do this, like my whole career thing, for whatever reason, just randomly. I didn't choose to do it for like any particular reason. I just did it like because I felt like it was a good idea. But really, I wasn't even like, I was looking for something that I like, friends, or looking for a place where I could fit in, and I just haven't found that. I've just found a place where I'm just like weird. Like, a person like me doesn't exist in this place. Like, I'm just not normal. Like, I don't belong. But at the same time, like, people would tell me that it's weak to think like that. Like, you know, like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's wrong. I feel like people need to loosen themselves. Like, because if you don't, you'll end up like me. You'll end up stuck inside your mind. And it's not a good place to be stuck, okay? It's the worst place. But with all that said, I don't know how long it's gonna be till I can actually... I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's in the future at this point in time. Because I feel like... I mean, obviously I have great potential. If I can figure out what I need to figure out and answer the questions I need to answer. But I can't really do that. It's not weak. Yeah, I would agree. Like, people would tell me that's weak. Like, I know people who would say that. They'd be like, oh, that's weak. Stop being, like, you know, fill in the blank. I know people who would say that. So I could confidently say that those people are stupid. But like the fear of people, I've been reading about it too, just to make sure I can figure out and understand more. Like, I don't understand if it's like I'm like genuinely afraid. Like, people scare me. Like, and this it shouldn't scare me at all. Shouldn't have to be afraid of people because of like the things they can say and do, which is the reason I'm afraid. So like, and that's just, I don't know, it's just part of, like, my life. My whole life, it's been like this, and it's been getting worse and worse. And then I started running from it, because I would see it would get worse in the future, and I was like, I don't want it to get worse in the future. I'm gonna run from this. And running's not the right answer either. You have to just face it. But I've been running from it since I, like, graduated high school. Like, that problem, that issue, it's just been there. And I think that it all stems from some things that have happened throughout my life, where people early on in my life said stuff to me like that was genuinely like to separate me from everybody else. Like, to make me feel alone, to divide me. And so I was, and I hate to sound like some kind of victim there, but it's just, that's what happened, I guess, is that people very early on in my life said things that I don't really want to talk about. I mean, I don't even know exactly what they said, but it was stuff that was just like teasing me, or like stuff like that. It's really sad though, because I could have had a lot more than I have now. It's just, I was just shelled. I couldn't actually, even now I still can't even ask for help. I'm just stuck. Like, I've asked for help, but like if I need more help, I just can't ask for it beyond that. Like, there's things that I wish I could ask for, but I just can't beyond what I already have. I have to be asked. I have to be prompted to give a response. It shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. I should be outwards, not internal. But at least I am finally getting some help. Hopefully I can make a full turnaround. It's just, it's not gonna be good. It's not the same. Like, I've lost so much because of this. It's okay though. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make a full turnaround, right? It's gonna be good. because I can learn so much from this. Like, this experience is something that very few people have, like, dealing with. That's important, especially in a career like the one I have, where people need to have higher skills than just being able to point and shoot and like all that stuff. And that's the thing that matters the most to me, is that eventually when I go on to be a leader, I will have all of the capabilities I need and understanding I need to give other people about like how to help people and stuff like that. It's just at the same time, it's such a hard thing to overcome, like with how bad it's gotten. It's not even just a fear of people, like it gets pretty negative, like it's crippling. Like internal thoughts that are just so bad that you just can't even like handle them. Plus, not to mention the other stuff that is on top of that, like remembering events where people have done stuff like that, or like remembering some, like this is another thing, is just remembering a good moment and then being sad because you don't have that anymore. Like a really challenging thing. But that's what it's all about. It's about overcoming adversity. It's all about that. So if I can figure out how to do that, that would be awesome. But I'm not going to be able to. Probably on my own. Like, I'm not even sure if the people around me are going to be able to help because they don't understand fully, like, the extent. But I'd like to thank you all because I'm here for you all every day. I'm here to hear what you all have to say, and you guys are here when I need you guys, so I'll thank you all for that. You all will help me, and I will help you, and everything will be good. So we'll see how this turns out, honestly. Like, honestly, I don't know. There's two ways of looking at it, because I genuinely don't really trust myself anymore as well. Like, I can't trust that I'm not gonna accidentally reenact something. Or like, yesterday, something happened where I had, like I said, I was falling asleep in my chair, and I was having, like, pretty much, like, I closed my, I was falling asleep, everything was dizzy, and I was, like, my eyes closed for, like, a couple seconds, and I was trying to pick up something off my table, and that was not what I was picking up. I'm not going to say what I was picking up off my table, because it's not real. It was not real. It was just not real. And that happened twice in a row. And that bothered me to, like, some degree. And then I laid in bed until, like, I don't even know. I woke up this morning. Late until I woke up. Really, really bothersome stuff. That definitely does not help. Just laying there. Just... And then it's all about countering all the negative self-talk you have as well. Because I have a lot of that inside of me. Like, I'll be overwhelmed and it'll just come over top of me. But that's one of the things I read was you have to overcome negative self-talk. Like, you have to identify it, and then just be like, oh, I know that's going on. Just stop. Replace it with positive self-talk. Like, everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be good. It's gonna be all okay. Sunshine and rainbows, guys. It's exactly what you have to do. And it works. That really does work. Like, you have to understand that when you have, like, when you have an issue, right, and you're thinking badly to yourself, it's not gonna help you to think badly to yourself when you're living the issue, okay? At that point, you're just making it worse. You're digging the hole. So, that's what I do now, is I focus on identifying when I have negative self-talk. I then replace it with positives. Like, oh, but then I know this statement's true. This statement's true. I know this, and this. It's gonna help. Which reduces the other problem. The problem that generates as a product of, you know, being afraid of other people is, you know, you just start to think that other people are, you know, they're thinking badly of you. They're judging you negatively. I don't have that issue. It's not that. In some cases. Hello, we're having a really deep discussion. I'm so sorry. We're talking about mental health. A fear of people. Because that's what I've been struggling with lately. Anxiety. Which is the prime, like, problem with that. Like, if you have, like, if you're trying to overcome a problem with, like, being afraid of something, it's anxiety that's making you afraid of it. Like, you're being anxious about it. Which means that you just have to focus on what's making you afraid of it. Like, anxiety is more of a negative self-image and low self-esteem, low self-talk. It's created by, like, the people around you, your environment. Like, all of that falls into making anxiety. But you can fight it. You can fight it, definitely. But the problem is when it gets so severe that you can't fight it anymore. Like, that's when it gets so severe. Or if you just don't even attempt to fight it. Like, for me today, like, I was out watching the football game. It was very severe, so, like, I just really didn't know what to do to combat that. Like, I don't really have a method of combating that. But I was just like, I'm just going to sit through this, even though I'm so uncomfortable in this situation and have already had some issues with the situation. Like, I was like, you know, I'm just... And then also, what's worse is when you have, like, embarrassment afterwards, like, after you, like, talk to somebody, and then you're like, oh, I should have known because I'm stupid. Like, what are you supposed to do then? Like, there's no way to... Like, that's obviously just negative self-talk there. But how do you counter that? So it's so deep. It's such a problem that it's been developed, that I have developed this problem. But on a couple days from now, I should be able to get some help with that. I think it's just like group therapy or one-on-one therapy. And I don't know. I don't even think that's going to help. I don't think it's going to help. Because... Okay, it's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to help. But I don't know if it's going to help. I can't be sure of that. Like, are they going to have answers? Like, yes, there's answers to the problem, but I've tried applying them. They don't really work that much. Somebody's at my door. Never mind. Nobody's at my door. It's good. It's good. They just don't help. Like. Anyway, let's stop talking about this. Let's try to not focus on that. Like, I can talk to you guys perfectly fine. You guys are my friends, even though I barely know you guys, because it's just such an issue. It's just such an issue. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing, which I believe we left off with working on the frame for the warehouse. It's looking good. The warehouse is really taking off, guys. Man, what are we doing right now? You know, it took me so long to be able to talk about that with people. Like, to actually be able to talk to people and tell people that. To tell people all of that. Or anything. But, like, I'm finally able to tell people about that. Especially people I don't know. Like, I'm working my way to be able to tell, like, my family. Because I'm not going to tell my family that for a while. Because I'm not ready to tell them. I don't want them to know that. But that's because, again, it's negative. That's negative self-thinking. Like, you're gonna, like, what's gonna happen? What are they gonna think? They're not gonna think any less of me for that. You know, they're not gonna think any less. Even though I would think less of somebody for that. Like, I'm not gonna tell somebody that they're like worthless or like something like that. You know, that's the thing, is that I think I could probably tell them that. I just not ready to tell them that yet. You just gotta hang in there for a little bit more. That's all I need to do. And eventually I'll be able to tell them. Maybe after some of the group therapy sessions or whatever, I'll be able to talk about it even more. Get into the real depth part of it. Because it spans a very long period of my life. It spans all the way back to like middle school, at least, I would say. Yeah, I'm not ready to tell them because I'm gonna keep it to myself then. It's probably the right thing to do. Just keep it. But then again, I'm just being afraid. Just being too afraid to do anything about it at that point. I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably going to tell them eventually. Like, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm not sure yet. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a little bit before I figure that out. It will be fine eventually? Yes. It will. Just give it time. Just thinking about it too much is it's probably a problem in and of itself. Boom. Stop! This is... You know, I could face some of the worst memories. I could face them. Could think back, remember, and redo the memories. I think I can do that. I think that's weird, but it's weird to say it, but instead of just trying to be like, oh yeah, it's because of all this stuff that happened in the past, I could just reinvent the past with my mind. Go in my mind and just undo what makes it so bad. I know exactly how to do it. It's gonna work. And it sounds weird that I know exactly how to do it and that I'm gonna go try to relive memories, but I have the tools and I have the way of doing it. I will be able to do that. But then I just have to deal with the other parts of the problem, which are deep-seated just fear because of all of that. So then how will I deal with that? How will I combat that or counteract that? I think that's the hard part. It's the hard part right there. Hard part is going to be that part. What about lighting? What do we have for lights? Halogen floodlight. Fluorescent light. That's what I need, is this. There's no actual good lights in this, I'm gonna be honest. There's really no good lights. Except for maybe halogens are okay, but... GTNH. GTNH right there. Boom. TH flip fish blade, cheating H. That's what's gonna happen. Stop! Ah, it's fine, it's fine. So I've put my roof on my factory. What is with all the dirt blocks missing from the ground? Did I do that, or is that just from Enderman doing that? I think that is from Enderman doing it. Okay. It's done. Complete roof. Except for we don't have the roof part. Boosh. Base is complete though. Well, for the most part. That's pretty good. Good progress there, guys. Give yourselves a pats on the backs. Because we just did some good jobs here. Now it's time to set up an armory. Arms room, guys. That's what we're after. We need more link fences, though, for that. Oh, my goodness. What are we doing? What? Link fence. Let's see what we need for that, anyway. How do you even make a chain link? Oh, it's just iron. What is it set to? Vein miner plus fortune. We're gonna go find hematite. GTH, guys, GTH. Don't know why I keep saying that. It's not even GTH. Nitra. Oops. Oh, that was a horse, not a cow. Whoa, look at all this iron, dude. Can't leave that there, dude. Hold on. Hold on. What? No. You know what I just did? I just gave myself all of these, which need to be acidized. Copper sulfate. Or sulfuric acid. Oh. Wait a second. Does that give you more, though? Alright, let's test with a known quantity. I have one. Break it. Oh, yes, it does. Alright, let's test it with a known quantity. I have one. It gives you a lot more. Okay. That's the way to go. Don't know why hematite doesn't do it yet, but that does. Apparently there's a cow that likes to go mining, bro. It's mining, bro. They kind of have the same texture almost. Same, but different. Hematite time. Turn that off, so that way I don't have the lighting doing weird stuff. Who is that? Somebody was knocking. Nobody. Yet again. Who's no one? I don't know why. Don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna build a place for armory. Armory place. So where am I gonna build it at? Like right off this wall? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Kinda just fits right in there. We got something on the other side. Could do it like in the ground. Like over on this, yeah, like in the ground, maybe in the middle. Or in the nether. Really, I made all of the iron stuff so we could, produce what I need for Iron bars. We'll just dig out a little cellar along this wall. Okay, here we go. Dig into the ground. Use my table here to construct some roofing of concrete. Hopefully it still has the same properties. I doubt it does. It does not probably have the same properties at all. I mean, mine's the same speed though. Mine's at the same speed for sure. Alright, we have everything we need except for iron bars. So the build we're gonna do is the classic build. Also, do we have a clipboard? That'd be absolutely awesome if we have a clipboard. Because I know exactly how we're... Well, we could set up a detonation charge and make it look like a clipboard. Oh. There's filing cabinets, though. That's typical. What we need is gonna be... What are you doing, bro? You have any iron, bro? Iron? Hmm? That's what I need. Iron right here. Boom. Whoa, it's surprising it's able to take all the iron I put in there and just immediately turn it into what it needs to be. Boom, 3 stacks of chain link fences. That's just what I need for this build. Gonna do concrete bricks for the walls. And then we're gonna do just regular boom, 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 boom. Regular bricks. Regular concrete for the floor. On this section, obviously. Not the rest of the base. The rest of the base is the rest of the base, so might even just do regular concrete for this section, honestly. It's kind of, we don't really have many bricks. Also, that's the stairs. I guess that's gonna be the floor for the entire base now, actually. Well, it would make sense to do concrete flooring in the actual base. For the whole of it. Would kind of make sense. Oh yeah, it looks... like it's like the most bland thing, but it makes the most sense. Okay, so we need to dig out the section for the doorway here. Boom. That's like the worst door. Like anybody could just walk through that. Zero security. Hey guys, welcome to our zero security institution. Like, probably put the door right here. Hey guys, welcome to our zero security weapon storage area. You can come right on in. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome sauce. Sawsome sauce. Zero security. Because it's got a door made like this. You just walk right in. Like you own the place. Like what? Well, okay, we're gonna get on the interior design section in a bit. I'll show you how to design the interior of this build. Okay, because it has to be designed to a specific way. Alright, we're gonna dig it that. We're gonna dig it out this way. It's gotta be longer than that. Then a little wider. So it's like this, pretty much. There we go. And then make it tall. Well, we can't really make it too tall, but it's gonna have to be tall. Alright, our zero security weapons storage facility is under construction. It's going well, guys. It's going well. Thought we were getting invaded by glyphids for a second, guys. Nice. So probably about this tall. Alright, so we're gonna need to build the walls. Then we can get into building more of the other stuff. You'll be back in 5 minutes? Okay. You have exactly 5 minutes to return. JK, JK. LMAOXDDDD. Alright, let's go grab some more materials. Alright, we're going into a silo to raid out some bricks. Should be pretty easy. We just have to overcome this big giant cliff and get past the gun. Woo! Boom. 16. Probably a ton of them right there. Whoa, what's that on the roof? It's got a gun. Break action revolver. Ooh. Ooh. Power armor. We need more chem plants, guys. $39.64. This would not stop anything, really. This would barely do much protection for the bunker if it got a direct hit. But in any other case, it'd be fine. Oh crap. Machine gun. What is the point of the bottom part of that? It's just got a bent. Oh crap. The barrel on it's bent. Très intéressant. Oui, oui. Baguette. Alright, let's set up the actual rest of this building for my weapons area. Weapons room! Cool guy weapons room. So obviously we're gonna have 3 here, and then 3 on that side, and then it meets in the middle to make 7 blocks of space. Now, here's where things are interesting, right? You need to have a concrete pillar here. You need to have a section there. Now this is for your ultimate high security weapon storage area, right? So make sure you have a chain link fence. Chain link fence right there, boom. Heavy weapons room. This is the heavy weapon room. It's the every weapon room. Every weapon goes in one room. Okay. Alright, so we have that. It's gonna be this on the corner. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I think create a place to prota. Hey, nobody understands what I'm building right now, okay? Nobody understands why I'm building it in this specific way. This way you can do 8 billion paperworks. 8 billion paperwork for one weapon. I'm just trying to make it realistic, okay? Oh, you guys want a weapon? How about you do all this paperwork first so we know who has it? Sorry. I'm sorry too. It's realism. Obviously, the section should extend out a bit more, but if it's part of the build, it's part of the build. I wonder if with little tiles, or whatever it's called, little tiles, do we have the option to like make a box? Ah! Can store little pieces and be used to provide needed. It's a lie. I thought it would be an actual little box, but it isn't. Can store little pieces and can be used to provide needed materials. It's not what we need. It's not what we need. It's okay, we can just do crates. I'm still surprised that people can do this in survival. Most hard build I do is on creative. And usually when they're doing a hard build in survival mode, it's like 10 times what I'm doing usually. Like this is not much. This build is tiny. And like I barely do any work on it. So like compared to what other people build, this is a tiny little build. It just looks good. That's why it's really impressive is probably the palette and how it looks. Like I made it look large for a reason. It's only, I mean, it is a few chunks large, but it's also a lot of empty space too. A lot of people do full huge on builds with everything filled out. It's crazy. Put that right back there. That looks pretty good behind the counter. So tomorrow, I want to hit a supersymmetry stream. I hope. I mean, that's the goal. Is to do a supersymmetry stream tomorrow. At least. We're gonna do nuclear power tomorrow as well. Yeah, we're gonna start working on a PWR reactor. We'll see what that needs. It shouldn't be out of my range of things that I can do. It should be well within my capabilities to do a nuclear reactor next episode. Stop! Just getting messages on my phone right now. It's crazy. He had to move to the exact spot I need to place it on, by the way. Upsetty spaghetti. Alright, skip a block. All the way down to the end. You know what this fence is for? It's to keep these guys out. Except it's not gonna do that. It's an imposter. Imposter sus. That's what it is. It's literally just gonna make them climb up over it. That's all it's gonna do. They're not even gonna take damage when they fall over it. This look more like a factory. Stop messaging me, please. It's beautiful. Okay. This guy doesn't need anything else outputted, so we could just do this. Alright, then we're just gonna fill in all of this so it looks beautiful. Oh, I can disassemble this one. Guess what? Could do that. It would be fine. Then I'll need one on the end. Ah, I have to extend it out. Or go down that way. Somehow I have to wrap it around this. Could just do that. Could literally do that. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Boom. Hey, we almost had enough to finish the entire thing. Surprisingly. We still have a chance at finishing the entire thing. Actually, that is we'll say that's the entire thing, okay? The entire thing is encased in one giant fence. And it looks so beautiful too. We'll take a propaganda photo too, just to make it look beautiful. Nice. We'll post that somewhere beautiful. Beautiful image. Yeah. Let's get on the mountain and see if I can get the best photo of the base. Propaganda photos for HBM mod. There we go. And I think that's probably all I got for today, so I'm gonna leave you all with that. Hope you all have been enjoying. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.